Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Technobabylon. In the last episode, we were able to get access into the airlock to look at some more of the samples in the growing lab. However, we can't take any samples out without copyright protection hitting and our samples being basically null and voided. However, we found some injectors in there, and we were able to give one to Niester, so now we can actually understand what he's saying. So let's have a conversation with the lab tech here, and maybe we can find a way through all of this.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I'm CS Dr. Lau. I've been tasked with this investigation.
Martin Niester. I've been tasked with the factoring lab.
You work with Dr. Chigwa?
I work for Chigwa. I'm just the intern. Means I get stuck with all the lousy jobs she won't do.
I understand. I was an intern once.
So, what's CS? You a detective?
Case specialist. So, yes, I guess you could say that.
Cool.
Well, I don't know if he's that particularly unpleasant. He just hates his job, like so many of us did or do at one point or another.
I'd like to hear from you what happened.
So, we came in this afternoon for the late shift, right? I checked on the factoring line, and it turns out the specimens are nuked up.
In what sense?
They don't match the catalog anymore. Not that they're supposed to be. I figured Baxter nuked it up again, so I checked the feed.
That's when you found the body?
Yeah, but Chigwa won't let me get a look. Told me to get back to work while she called Cell. Hey, can I get a look at the body with you?
I'm afraid not. Official procedure and stuff.
Bummer.
Yeah, and stuff.
Why did you go and give yourself aphasia?
Not just that. There are loads of syndromes. It's maladies, man.
Aren't diseases like that dangerous, though?
It's not permanent, man. We ain't stupid. What wear nodes in the body create the symptoms of things we want, which you went and broke. Gee, thanks.
Sorry about that. In any case, they're temporary then.
Exactly.
Strange.
I still don't get it. What's the hook for maladism?
Man, you old folk never get things like MD.
Old?
Most of these
Careful.
symptoms are diseases that are completely curable. They just don't happen anymore. Society says no to them.
So it's countercultural? An act of rebellion?
Exactly. Diseases like that make the establishment uncomfortable. They don't want it to be a part of their society. But we show them they can't ever get rid of it completely.
You're rubbing their faces in it then.
And in another way, it's kinda retro. Illnesses like that are what shape society. The Black Death made Europe what it is.
Gotta appreciate the classics.
For a lot of us, it's also about who's hardest. Posers go for little things like botulism or influenza. But you know someone's got real nodes on them if they can stand a month with HIV.
Hell's bells.
So, what other diseases have you tried?
Loads of them. Parkinson's, syphilis, tuberculosis. Last month, it was Hansen's disease.
Wait, leprosy?
Yeah, if you're a Zift, Hansen's is the real name.
Sounds like quite a selection.
It's why I came to study in Newton. Eurofed's just starting to get into MD culture. Even talking about banning it. Newton's where it's at for it. You guys are a lot cooler about what you let people do.
On an individual basis, certainly. That's pretty much the founding philosophy here.
That's kind of strange that there's that kind of liberalism. What, with Central around?
Dr. Chigwa tells me that some of the specimens have been tampered.
Oh yeah, I found one of those. Man, couldn't they have just killed the guy without messing up my work?
I need to find it. Which specimen was it?
Oh, a Corsae Brasiliera. When I found it, I just thought Baxter was nuking it up again.
What did you do with it?
I just sent it back to the specimen lab. Should be there in the sample store.
I already found that one.
Oh, well, get off my back then.
Ouch.
I need to remove the Orchidaceae isotria sample from the growth room. Thing is, the airlock told me it was copyrighted, then blasted me with gas.
Yeah, that one belongs to TIFL. They're way touchy about it. Only lab staff are able to remove it for factoring.
Could you get the sample for me?
Hey, no way, man. I'm already on 2 strikes for taking stuff out of the lab.
So you could, but you won't.
Sorry, man. Jake already thinks I'm stealing stuff. There's a huge street market for things like spark fruit or cracked wetware.
Maybe we can appeal to his rebellious nature. There's a burst pipe. Oh, yeah, we did burst the pipe in the last episode, didn't we?
Hey, the pipes in the growth lab are leaking.
Ah, you get again? Better go fix it before Chigua starts yelling.
And he'll take his tools. Now, what can we do here? Production line? See what we can mess around with.
According to the labels, these shouldn't be handled without protective gear.
Fair enough, but what about the pipe here?
I guess these pipes aren't broken.
Oh. Well, if he's down there trying to fix that pipe, I guess we need to go down as well. Hopefully he's not choked to death by the... There we go. Okay, toolbox. Now, which one... Oh, I forgot which was which. One of the species in a specialized growth cylinder. It's the blue, isn't it? I think it's that one, but let's head down just to make sure. Fortunately, that didn't grow any larger.
These don't look like any of the others in here.
Specimen, specialized growth cylinder. Okay. Let's get...
I can't inject that.
Oh, whoops. I need the DNA sampler.
I've taken a DNA sample from.
Okay.
Better not touch it with my... I've tranced too many...
So if we can't use the DNA sampler with the xenofungus, what can we use with it? I think we'll have to come back for that one, but let's get a sample from the blue plant just in case, and then all we have to worry about is that one. So let's get that.
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
Thank you, Lau. Now the injector. Maybe one of the injectors is what we could use, or one of the injector tools. Let me see here. There was something.
Warning, copyright.
Crap.
Progress.
Excuse me?
Okay, you're gonna go ahead and gas
Hey,
and
my sam...
deal with the sample. That's fine.
What did you do?
To prevent
Gee,
So we need to look in the first aid kit. And what was the potassium chloride again? A fertilizer? Well, we could try putting the fertilizer in that. I don't think that would be a particularly good idea. What else do they have here again? That's the vampire bat one. There's like a weed killer in here, isn't there? If I recall.
looks like...
Just have to remember what it is. A toxin for microorganisms. I think that might work. Let's head in here and see if this... work on the alien fungus, and then we'll talk to Niester. Because that might kill it, but we can still get a DNA sample.
I can't inject that.
Oh, I can't. Oh, well, that was worth a shot. Let's try using all of our stuff on it.
As much as I love shocking, wetware's not going to...
Obviously not.
Not enough.
Is there anything else around here? Now we can't get the xenofungus because he'll... Oh! Yes, we can.
A DNA sample from it.
Never.
Hope it doesn't grow in my pocket.
Indeed, neither do I. And this one,
I've taken a DNA...
I think this might be what we're looking for, or we may need the blue. I do not remember. But I guess now, let's take the injector and put it in the toolbox. And then he should be done with his repairs. Oh, good, good, good. That's a good puzzle. That's very intuitive. Now then.
Warning, copyright breach in progress.
Oh, we handed him the
You are
injector.
not authorized to remove orchid beer
I keep on forgetting about that.
What did you...
to prevent G having.
Gee,
Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this emptied. And then we'll have to break the... we'll have to break the pipes again. And there's nothing going to be in here, obviously, because it's been raised dormant. Oh, wait a minute.
yes.
Okay.
Looks like Regis didn't hide.
Now, which one was it did we get? We got... Oh. I'm hearing good luck and some other stuff.
Need to find where he...
Cool. So we know what we need to do now. And we took the long way. That's alright. It didn't count the... Because the alien fungus wasn't originally part in the growth lab. I see. And picked up the injector. So, we'll do another little smuggling run here. And break the pipes.
Oops.
How tragic. Fortunately, Niester is a understanding guy. Hopefully at least the second time. Alright, my friend.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Hey, the pipes in the growth lab are leaking.
Ah, you get again?
Just-
Better go fix it before Chiqua starts yelling.
Guess you just didn't do a good patch-up job there, boss. Now, let's try that again. I love the people who did this game did such an amazing job with the puzzles. Now, instead of the DNA sampler, we'll do this on the
Taking a DNA sample.
on the blue. And then that one that looks a little bit odd with the purple fruit. Wow, they're going to lose their minds when they see this xenofungus down here. Hopefully I didn't do anything too bad.
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
Okay. Fortunately, they're in a controlled lab, so they should be able to deal with it if need be, especially with that kind of fertilizer, or not, that weed killer, or plant killer they spray me with when you go outside there, the copyright protection. Now, instead of the injector,
You better not lose it.
there we go. Now, finish your repairs. Thank you, boss. And the copyright protection wouldn't deal with him because he's part of the lab staff. It's a nice little smuggling run. Now let's go ahead and talk to Niester one more time. See if he has any input on Baxter or anyone else here.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
He's a very interesting character.
What do you think of Dr. Chigwa?
She's a hard ass, but she knows what she's doing. Kinda thinks she feels wasted working here.
And what about Dr. Baxter?
What can you tell me about Dr. Baxter?
Not much. He only started here a couple of weeks ago. Chiqua dropped him in the specimen lab and kinda left him here.
She neglected him?
Nah, he just barely left. Could have been a workaholic, but I think he just couldn't focus on anything else.
Did he ever talk about his past with you?
Man, he didn't even talk to me, period, about anything.
What's your personal opinion of Dr. Baxter?
He didn't talk much. One yoked up guy. Chiqua told me he'd been released from jail. Looked like he had a governor in his head.
That's correct. It affected his behavior?
Dude, that's an understatement. That Malkin was like a zombie. One time, I dropped the whole sample tray in his lab. Anyone else would have yelled at me. He started to get mad, then looked just about ready to puke.
The governor inhibited violent thought. He'd been serving a murder sentence.
Oh, no way. Who'd he whack?
That's confidential.
Man, that's unfair. You're a tease.
Well, let's let him know about the xenofungus.
I think there might be a problem in the growth lab. I sorta planted that xenofungus from the growth matrix.
Oh, awesome. That stuff is hella toxic. Nukes nerve tissue up like nothing else.
You sound strangely upbeat about environmental catastrophes.
Nah, man, it's cool. This shit happens all the time. Management gives us time off whenever they run decon.
Nice. So no harm, no foul.
Alright, I'll let you get back to your job.
Uh-huh. Whatever.
I like Niester. I had some friends like him in high school and college. Now, DNA sampler. And we'll find out what this message is. Okay, that was the first one.
Looks like Regis didn't.
And this is what we were looking for. Aha!
Aha! Got some.
Indeed. Now we got the full message.
Lau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've got me.
Oh no, Regis, no, no, no.
But Lau, ignore anything left in the recording up to this point.
Huh?
Sorry for being so unhelpful with the message, but I had to be sure you were the one who heard it first. Everyone will be saying that I came to the lab for Baxter, and they might be right. Except that he's been dead since before I got here.
Yes.
We need to touch bases on this case. Meet me where we were both first involved in a case. I'll try to explain when you get here. Good luck.
Oh, thank God. You've got some explaining to do, Regis.
Indeed, he does. Crisis of consciousness. And achievement unlocked, germination.
What the hell did you think you were doing? We need her alive.
I saw an opportunity for striking back at Regis, a kind of poetic justice.
At Regis? You've never even met the man.
Yes, but
You haven't offloaded Baxter yet, have you? Look, there might just be a use for your newfound vendetta. The tap on his partner was successful. She found where Regis is hiding. He's an unfactored element. Now, he needs to be removed from the equation.
Don't worry. I'll kill him myself if it comes to it.
There's only so much of the city's resources that can be diverted to this. Find him, finish him, then return for offloading. Remember, I'm your controller, not Baxter.
Okay, well, I know who she is.
Be so sure.
I know who she is. She is, oh.
So I got out. I managed to find somewhere to lie low. But
Okay.
I know what Central's capable of. You can only hide from it for so long. Lau had better find that message before an aerostat comes this way. What the hell?
Okay, we've got a bottle. Now, the girl in the message, the mystery woman, I will bet money that is Dr. Vargas's daughter, I think it was, who we met earlier at Cell headquarters. Well, let's see what the bottle has to say.
What the hell is this?
Message in a bottle.
The bottle is some kind of thermal container, about half full of thick liquid. The words, "Drink me," are stenciled on the side.
That worked so well for Alice.
Down the hatch.
I didn't really want to drink it.
Wonder what that did.
Hear me?
Oh.
Hello? Who's there?
Early, can you hear me?
Barely. I can't see you. Where are you?
In your head.
That bottle I drank. That's what did this?
Exactly. You ingested a wetware builder node colony. They were programmed to construct a transceiver in the small bones of your inner ear.
Wow.
It's not permanent, is it?
No, it'll break itself down in a couple of weeks. You have bigger problems at the moment, though.
Now, who are we talking to?
My location's been compromised?
I'm afraid so. There's a strike team surrounding the building as we speak.
Damn.
We need to get you out of there. The sewer access on the factory floor hasn't been secured. It's your best chance for an escape route.
If what you're saying's true, I'm about to be outnumbered and outgunned.
Don't worry, you're probably one of the few people I know who's smart enough to get out of something like this.
Do you know me?
You could say that. Come on, get moving.
It's kind of like Morpheus talking to Neo in the office when they first talked via cell phone. This part of town is full of disused factories, abandoned after an environmental catastrophe a decade earlier. While Cell technically has a mandate to keep it safe, the expense of doing so means that it rarely gets patrolled.
Someone managed to get this through the window. They must have one hell of a pitching arm.
So we've got a smoke detector up here, filing cabinet, a picture, a maintenance drone, fire control, and oh, we have a terminal as well.
An old office terminal. I'm kind of surprised nobody's stolen it yet.
So all kinds of things to play around with in here. Let's try the terminal first. And it's getting power. And VoIP so we can call someone if we need to. Let's check the mail. From Central, subject emergency notice. An evacuation is currently underway by order of centralized government. Please proceed to designated shelter sites. You have been affected, or if you've been affected, burns, NBC contamination, please contact your nearest cell representative. HR Management Mechanization. Dear Mr. Hart, while it's clear that there are doubts about the firm's policy of mechanization as a means of remaining competitive, it is unhelpful to suggest to employees that they are building their own replacements. Please refrain from such comments in the future. I can sympathize with that situation. Locker room from Jamie Randall. I guess you're right. Since there isn't anyone changing out of hazard gear anymore, nobody else will be using the locker room. It's going to be one hell of a working weekend. I'll put the stuff in Locker 6, codes 381. Okay, let me probably write that down. And Rao Yer Muhammad Al-Fadil. Which Zit described to be a good idea to run water pipes over... Okay, which Zif decided it'd be a good idea to run water pipes over a 1,000,000 Quanta industrial laser. I fixed the leak in the locker room's pipes, and don't charge the capacitor's banks unless you feel like being cooked. So these are definitely clues that are going to help us out. And power control, power sequence, linked to external device. Powering up ooh, no charge flow routes found. Please set all charge flow states to ready and try again. Power up sequence. Interesting. So, okay, so there's a locker in here that we need, or locker room, where we can find something interesting. Maybe a secret passage behind the picture. A painting of a glowing pyramid hanging over a city. Despite the other decoration that the walls of this office has acquired, this picture remains unvandalized. Why? You can't think of anywhere that the painting would go well, even if it hadn't suffered from a decade of neglect.
I guess some things you just have to store physically.
The file cabinet, which I assume appeals to Regis's retro nature. I have stuff in filing cabinets too.
Had a place to keep his vices at work.
Ooh. A cigarette lighter. Awesome. That'll be good for the smoke detector. And there was no cabinet or anything. Let's look at the drone.
One of the city's custodial drones. Someone must have hacked it and directed it up here. Lousy kids can't even do their own graffiti anymore without a bot's help.
Ooh. So it's a graffiti bot.
Must have been a decorator.
Paint cartridge. And let's look at fire control.
There's a canister of water-soluble fire suppressant loaded into the system.
And we could probably do something interesting with that as well. Okay, guys. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. Regis has got to find his way out of here, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this story goes. Hope you guys have enjoyed the playthrough so far. If you liked the video, go ahead and click like down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help, and we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.